Hi guys, Steph here. Take a look at this gorgeous pen. Yes, take a look at it. Absolutely beautiful. What we've got for you is an Eversharp Kingswood fountain pen. Now, this particular pen, as you can clearly see, comes in this what I term as black lined pearl colour. Some people call it the sort of the cracked ice pattern. Yeah, if that's what you want to call it, then fine. But in my opinion, it's a black lined pearl in absolutely stunning condition. The size of this pen, capped 126mm capped. Around the barrel, it's a nice 12mm in diameter. Absolutely stunning. You can see to the bottom there, we've got this blind cap, so it's what we term as a button filler, which we'll show you in a moment. If we take you up to the cap, you can see it's got a single, quite a thin, gold filled or gold plated cap ring there, and to the very top there, we've got this lovely, and I believe correct for the period for the Eversharp pens, this what I term as a ski jump clip with this sort of diamond shape to the bottom there, but in absolutely stunning condition. And to the very top again, we've got the black finial or cap stud to the very top. Now, the Eversharp Kingswood pens, they came, some people may actually see them with what we term as like a stepped clip on it. So I have actually seen different clips on this particular manufacturer, but I do believe if you look at the clip there, this sort of ski slope or ski jump shape is correct for the Eversharp and for the period. And again, if you look at some of their pencils, majority have this sort of ski jump shaped clips. So I believe it's correct for the pen, correct for the period. Now let's show you the barrel imprint, which I've slightly highlighted for you, so you can see it nice and clear. And there you go. It quite simply just says Kingswood. Okay. Now once again, I've actually seen the Kingswood pens with the word Kingswood, and then underneath some of them I've seen with made in England, and some of them with the words British made. In this case it just simply says Kingswood. Okay, now if I take you to the back of the cap, and again I've highlighted it slightly for you. Okay, so there you go. You can see running down the length of the cap there, it's got the word Eversharp. Okay, so nice and simple to identify. It's an Eversharp Kingswood fountain pen, and I'm dating this pen nice and simply around about the 1940s. Now the reason I'm dating it around about the 1940s, the Eversharp Kingswood pens I believe were made at the Parker Valentine factory, maybe at Newhaven, and I personally believe that what they actually did is actually use some of the old stock, or the the plastics or whatever that they had in stock to make these pens, because this one looks very, very similar to a pen that I recently showed you, a Parker Victory. What I'll do, I'll leave you a link to the end there, you can go and have a look at that. So I believe this one is near as damn it the same material as the Parker Victory, so that's why I believe it was made at Newhaven, at the Parker / Valentine pen company. Okay, so it had some Parker association with it. Again, stunning, exceptional, stunning pen. It's been fully restored, everything has been clean, new sack, etc. has been fitted. You can see to the end there, it's got this brass button. There's the blind cap, and what we do, we dip the nib in the ink and we simply press on the brass button. Let's put the blind cap back. Let's unscrew the cap for you. Let's show you the pen in numerous different angles. As I say, I know I'm repeating myself, but what a gorgeous, gorgeous pen. This celluloid, this plastic, whatever, absolutely gorgeous. You can see there's a tiny little bit of discolouring just towards the threads there. Nothing to worry about, nothing to be concerned about when you see the pen in your hand. The section, you can see quite a small section, slight taper towards the nib, and then if we show you the nib, let's keep it nice and still. What we have is a Eversharp 14 karat Osmi Iridium gold nib. So we've got the correct, I believe, Eversharp nib in place there. There's a sideways view. There's the feed underneath, quite a plain feed from that particular period, but again everything is spotless and clean. So a lovely size, dead comfortable to actually hold. This pen I got quite a while ago. What I've actually been doing is actually waiting for parts for it, trying to actually source the clip for it, and also source a nib for the pen as well as the feed. But I've now found them. As I say, it's been fully restored and it's in full working order. Now, because I've put a new sack in it, I'm not going to fill the pen, but what we'll do, let's bring on some paper. Let's simply do a dip test. Right, well, what I've actually just done there is dipped it a little bit too deeply into the ink, but let's see how it writes. So what we have is an Eversharp Kingswood. As we said, in my opinion, made, let's dip it, give it another dip, made in England, and around about the 1940s. It doesn't have any flex. It's quite a stiff nib. Well, if any, just very, very slightly. I wouldn't actually call it a flex nib, even if we do get a little bit of variation, but writing very nicely, as you can see. There we go. So there's the writing sample. Writing nice and simply with a fine line. If you put a little bit of pressure on, you can see we're getting just a slight bit of variation, but it's not going to be sold as a flex nib, but as a fine nib. So there's a writing sample. Let's give the nib a little bit of a wipe. We'll clean that after the video, and there we have it. An absolutely beautiful pen. As I say, the Eversharp Kingswood fountain pen, made in England, I believe, at the Parker Valentine factory, maybe at Newhaven. In fact, whether it was actually made there or not, it might have actually just been assembled, because I do believe some of the parts of these Eversharp pens actually came from the United States to Parker in the UK and were just simply assembled. Maybe that's the reason why it doesn't have made in England or British made on the pen. So who knows? And if anybody out there knows the correct answer, please let us know. and I'm sure everybody would be happy with knowing. So there we have it. I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoy showing it to you. Don't forget, leave a comment below. Just down below there, press that thumbs up. Give the video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. And last but not least, wherever you are, please stay safe. I'll just say bye bye for now.